What up, people? It's your boy Master Chudy out here with another review. So tonight we're going to be reviewing Darth Vader number 4. And I want to say that the Darth Vader run has been pretty cool so far. I've really enjoyed it. Very interesting take on the classic character. Very well written in the past issues. Um, Written by, of course, Mr. Charles Soule, who's doing a great job. Who impressed me very much with the number one astonishing X-Men, so I look forward to getting that issue very soon. First off, the cover is very nice. It's just Darth Vader in the last issue was thrown off a cliff, so this is just him on the ground trying to fight the agony. Basically, it's just a very nice cover. It's very reminiscent of some of the Dark Horse comic covers I've seen. So once again, I'm very impressed. So let's get into this. So we see The Chosen One, Part 4. Clone Wars are over, Jedi are defeated, Palpatine has become the Emperor, finally positioned to bend the galaxy to his will through the power of the dark side of the Force. Very nice. In search of Jedi who might have escaped the Emperor's purge, Vader has traveled to Mount Pasval, on the river moon of Aldolim, the site of a sacred Jedi monastery. Here he has found Master Kirak Infala, a powerful warrior. The two battle atop Pasval, resulting in Kirak throwing the Sith Lord off the mountain, sending him plummeting into the deadly cliffs below. Then we have Charles Soule and Giuseppe Camuncoli as the pencils. He also did the cover as well. And we have Heather Ant. Heather Antos, interesting, is the assistant editor to this. So, obviously she can't really do much, but it's just funny after seeing on Diversity in Comics, I'm really giving into her that, her name brings me chuckles. But we go back into it. So we have a nice shot of Vader, on the ground. After he's been thrown off, he lost part of his cybernetics. He's broken, arm is damaged, and everything like that. So we have a nice panel of him basically on the ground, and we see that one of the droids from the Jedi Master Infala was basically saying that you are defeated, and Vader is looking at his messed up arm. The droid is saying the dark side cannot stand against the light. We see Vader is attempting to use the Force, and he lifts the robot while the robot's still saying the Jedi will scour you, all of your kind from the, I was going to say galaxy, I'm sure. So you just see him destroy the droid, still use the Force, and everything like that, and uses the droid's mechanics to repair his arm, basically. And we see Infala come down. In his cloak, he said, "Once again, I'm in the world. May the Force be with me." So in the previous issues, he's been meditating. He's been on a self-imposed exile before the Clone Wars, and he felt the Order 66, which killed so many of the Jedi, but he didn't do anything about it, and then Vader found him. He battled Vader, he defeated him, and then he said that he would go and find Palpatine and kill him as well, not knowing that Vader survived. So I see him with the family, and they're just working on, mechanics, daughter, and we see Infala say greetings. So he requires his ship, basically. And, the art's very good. It's very solid as well. And, apparently she remembers him when he first came and said, "Master Infala, how long has it been?" He said, "It's been years." And he needs a ship so he can go on his journey. And we see that we have a classic Jedi fighter ship right here. And he's saying, and she said that it might take a while. I'm going to need to tune it up. And he's like saying, how long it'll take? Not too long. And she's asking if he's in some kind of rush. And he's basically saying, "As you know, I am Jedi. Through the Force I see far. I sense many things. Not long ago I felt a great surge of pain and fear, as most of my kind were exterminated across the galaxy." And we see that, yes, we heard about that. It's why we weren't sure if you were ever coming back. They said all the Jedi were traitors. And you see the child saying, "But I never believed it." And, And it's interesting, he keeps going on to say that traitors, much has happened during my time under the Barrage Vow, which is basically his self-imposed exile. It's like, I could do nothing to prevent these murders, but I vanquished their executioner, a Sith, skilled in the dark side of the Force. He came here to kill me as well. But the only death he found was his own. Now I seek his master so I can destroy him and return light to the galaxy. And, he suppressed the kid. And then we hear, and then apparently, I believe this is her husband. It's like, is everything okay out there? Here, I heard voices like, yeah, Jog, all good. It's just Master and Father's back. Man's on a mission. It's like, really? It's been years. Yes, I've been patient to be on my way. It's like, okay, like I said, I'll get right on it. But that Sith, I think you said, he's not coming after you, is he? He's not coming here. He's like, no. That poor deluded creature is dead. But he's not, because this is Vader. And we see Vader is trying to get himself back in order. He used all the robot cybernetics to repair himself. We can even see some of the burnt skin right here. And so he cracks everything together. So much pain. Grabs this makeshift light weapon that he grabbed from a droid, and he goes on his business. And then we see him basically using the Force to help speed things quickly. And so we say, and then you have basically asking, like, how do you do that? Those things are heavy. Even my father can't lift them alone. It's like the Force makes all things light, my young friend. Once I have completed my mission, I will return here and teach you what I know of its mysteries. And that's very nice. I always love when the Jedi want to impart knowledge on young people. It's like, after all, the Jedi Order must be rebuilt. Mount Pascal is here. It seems a good place as... And he says, no. He drops everything. It's not possible. It's like, what is it, Kirak? What's the matter? He's like, I sense nothing. I'm sure it's nothing. Stay here and here, I'll check. And he's like, huh. And then we see Vader on top of here. It's like, you come. So he ignites the blade. And then we see the family come out asking, who is that? He tells them to get back in. And he's like, alright, you guys get back in. I'm going to handle this. So he ignites his blade. And he's going to end this. So he goes in and swoops. And we have another fantastic shot. Bam. We see Vader really damaged, you see his makeshift cybernetic leg, the burnt flesh right here, the ripped stuff, the ripped cape, his exposed hands, everything like that. This is a very nice shot. And so we see that Infala is still besting him in lightsaber combat as he strikes him on the back right there. Basic. And he's like, you should have fled when you had the chance. And then we see security come, telling him to get off. It's like, get off because this infrastructure is essential to the city. We'll be forced to send you off. And they get force pushed by Vader. He's like, and Father's like, no. And he's like, well, first of all, and then he's strangling him. He's like, don't. And then Vader, he's like, just lets them go. No. And Father catches them. It's like, It's like, I have you. I do not fear, friends. I have you. And Vader and Father's like, you're a monster. And then Vader looks at them, looks at him. It's like, yes, I am. So he realizes his weakness as other people, being a Jedi, and Anakin, who is now Vader, wouldn't know that. So he uses the Force, crushes a reservoir, a dam, or such, and you see him following Horus saying, what are you doing? And then he finally does it. He's still trying to force it open, and the Father's like, no, you can't do this. I won't let you. He attempts to fight Vader in the Force as well to stop him. It's like, and the thing is still going around. And it's like, and he's telling him, this is about the Jedi and the Sith. These people have nothing to do with our fight. It isn't about them. It's like, and Vader's like, you are a fool. He grabs his lightsaber. And the whole point of Vader coming here was to steal a lightsaber as for his own, because the Sith apparently have to, in order for them to get a lightsaber, they have to kill a Jedi and take their crystal and corrupt it into becoming red. So this is what Vader came for, and he took it. It's like, of course, and he continues to say, of course it's about them. And so he's successful in his mission, grabs the lightsaber. And then we see that he uses the Force to force chokehold him. And we see Infala's like, no, please kill me, but let them live. And Vader's still doing it. And then the reservoir finally breaks through and crashes. Water flows everywhere. And he's like, no. and everything is done, and then Vader ends his life by crushing his neck. And so water floods the whole city. And we see that Vader looks at his lightsaber. He has succeeded in his mission, tattered, and then we see the whole city buried underwater. And we see for the next issue, this is crazy good art, crazy good cover art, very nice to detail. And we see not the Sith eyes, but still the blue eyes of Anakin Skywalker. So who knows what that could mean. So, this was a pretty interesting story. It progressed fairly quickly. Vader went in. Vader recovered from his fight. He looked at his opponent's weaknesses, exploited them, took the lightsaber for his own, and killed the Jedi Master, as he's done with so many others. I would have loved to see more blade work. It just seemed like, oh, people. Well, let me exploit that. It just seemed a little bit too anticlimactic to end the fight. But it just really showed how far gone Anakin went through. Charles Soule is doing a very good job. It seems that he knows the character of Vader very well. So, once again, tell me what you guys think. Did you like this issue? What are you thinking of the Darth Vader comic run so far? If you like what you see, please thumbs up my video, subscribe, and hit notifications if you'd like to see other stuff. I review comics whenever I can, and I do this for you guys, the people, and all the content. So once again, thank you guys. I'll have more comics to review probably tomorrow, and I will see you around.